Looking cool.
Always.
Hi guys, massive welcome back to UK Beef TV. We are here at the Ultimate Fitness Rooftop and we have been joined by an extremely special guest, one that needs no introduction, is Ms. Emma Hyman. How are you, Emma?
I am really, really great. How are you?
Mate, I'm absolutely buzzing. Glad we managed to get a hold of her. She's a busy lady. You've pretty much taken every posing class. How many posing classes have you had today?
Oh, today we've done 3 group sessions and now I'm going to pop off and do some one-to-ones.
Wow. I mean, just so busy. I mean, I've spoken to a lot of people that you've had a seminar with today and yesterday, and every one of them has said that your command of posing is just second to none. Just talk me through how you've gotten to that stage.
I think my background plays a huge part. I am an ex-professional dancer, so I am really used to teaching all levels from beginner to professionals. I can really utilize that when I'm delivering posing coaching. I know what it takes for people to understand the basics and the fundamentals. And as a teacher, you have to be direct, you have to be firm, and you really have to know and understand what you're trying to communicate to the client. So I think it is really just a case of I'm so used to breaking down a technique, whether that may have been ballet, contemporary, hip hop, and trying to deliver that and teach it to people who may have never danced before, or to someone who is a professional but they need that fine tuning. I can do opposite ends of the spectrum. So I think that is what really comes across in a group environment, and it's you have to make sure that when you're in a group teaching session that I am covering all bases, because in a group session I may have someone that has never posed before to someone that knows what they're doing but they really just want that extra expertise and so it's making sure that I am able to deliver all of that to each individual.
That's brilliant. Now, some of you may or may not know, Emma's actually a judge. She's judged a lot of shows as well. Now, for you as a judge, if you're sitting in the judging panel and you see an athlete, they've put in all the hard work, they've gotten in great condition, and their posers let them down, what does that make you feel? What are you thinking when you see that sort of thing?
It's frustrating when you see someone that they have a great physique, but you know they're under presenting themselves. It's frustrating because it's like you've done all of the hard work, you've done X amount of weeks of prep. Some people have done over 20 weeks. You have ticked the box every single day. You've done the nutrition, but then you don't execute your posing properly on stage, so you don't do yourself justice. So it's frustrating. That's why for me as a coach it's really great when I get those athletes in the studio, because you can take them from maybe going from something like either 6th to 3rd to 1st, because posing really does play such a huge part, and especially now because the industry is so competitive. When I first started, no one really cared about posing. I only got obsessed with it because I didn't at that time have the physique that was just good enough to win without having good posing skills. So it just makes such a difference, and it really now can take you from not placing to placing, and like I said, from 6th to 1st and so have you. So yeah, it's super important.
Now, that's obviously that's from a judge's point of view as well. So guys, it's a lot of you guys might be watching, you're in prep, you're in pre-season. What are you saying to everyone now, if you got any sort of top tips for anyone thinking about entering a show now?
Yeah, so if you are currently in your off season and you haven't started your posing, start posing immediately. I always say to people, the moment you decide you're going to compete is the moment you should start your posing coaching. You wouldn't decide to compete and not train. You wouldn't decide to compete and not nail your nutrition, off season or prep. So the same rules apply to your posing. It's really important, from my opinion, that you learn the basics and the fundamentals of your posing. Then you can just learn to layer on top as you're going. And if you do that in your off season, then when you get into show prep, you don't have that pressure of thinking, I don't know my posing or I need to change it. You've already done the hard work. So when you get into prep, it's literally a case of you're fine tuning. As the body composition changes, as the shapes change slightly, you can tweak and move with that. If you are in prep and you're close to your show, my advice is push through the hard days. The hard days always will, or a good day will always follow. I used to find that when I was in prep that the difficult days, they're tough, but you just got to just grind and push through them, because the following day, you usually look better. They're the difficult moments, but you just got to push through them. Box off your daily habits. Have a really strong routine that's implemented from the beginning of your prep. So even on those days where you are struggling, you just know, I have to tick these boxes. I tick them daily. The daily minutiae, as you've listened to me, you'll know I like to talk about that a lot. So just make sure you're ticking your boxes all of the time, you know, and also self-belief. Believe in yourself, which is crucial, because you can't step on that stage and not believe that you're worthy of placing.